Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
We run the clock, Super 16, it's the cream of the crop. College football, time to hit, don't stop.
We're adding this guy.
Just another go dome with the courage, heart, skill, and will. Bringing you the best 16, serving up a plate for the football fiends. Breaking the best 16 college teams. Football fans, it's the show of your dreams.
Ain't no bias, Chris Zorich breaking truth. Traded in the golden helmet in the past for a suit. With the tape, never lie, college ball, he's a stoop. Ranking the top 16, not the top 32.
I don't mean to cut you off like a Zorich jersey, but you ain't really grinding unless the jersey dirty. Hit the running back like a Mack truck behind the 30-yard line. It's game time, my team riding off the sideline.
You look at Chris like this with a fact checklist, going over college teams like a busy scientist. Steve streaking from his head like in his playing days. Super 16 polls on the show straight away.
It's the FBS, the best of the best, from the ACC to the SEC. Pac-12, Big 10, Mountain West, Sun Belt, and the Big 12. Open your eyelids, who the best like Cali? Super 16 is the cream of the crop. College football, time to hit, don't stop. With Christopher Zorich, just another go dome with the courage, heart, skill, and will. Bringing you the best 16, serving up a plate for the football fiends. Breaking the best 16 college teams. Football fans, it's the show of your dreams.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the pop-up show version of the Super 16 Pool Show. Obviously, we'd like to thank our awesome folks involved, National Football Foundation, and also the Football Writers Association of America for allowing us to come to you guys and talk about the college football season. We're kind of excited since this is a pop-up show. We don't have the full effect of all of the games. However, there's a game tonight we can talk about and have a lot of fun with. We can kind of go over the Super 16 we have for this week, which is 13, and it's going to be literally 14 tomorrow. So with further ado, I would like to bring in the super producer / host, Phil Ottochian, if he's around, or if he's
not a three-time All-American. I wish I was, though.
You wish you were eating?
No, I wish I was a three-time All-American at Notre Dame.
That's like okay.
You're lower third. They put the gold chips in the helmet, bro.
Yes.
Did you watch the video I sent you?
I did not yet.
The tradition.
Is that for the current helmets, or
yeah?
Are they talking about the older stuff?
No, the current. It's
the older one was cooler because what they would do is, I don't know if I told you. Have you ever did you know how they used to do it before?
They let the students paint it right before.
Well, it would be the manager. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. So regular students, it was student managers.
Yeah.
They would paint the helmets, but then they would paint them in the tunnel that you go into the game, right?
Right.
Hey. And the area that they painted them, like regular people can just kind of swing by and hang out, right?
Really?
So you have little kids that would give like their shoes and like a hat, like a glove or something like that, and the guys just like kind of do like one spray, yeah, one swipe of like real gold paint, and that was cool. But now there's all kind of Disneyfied and everything.
The story behind it's pretty good. You're gonna have to watch it. You might learn something new.
Okay.
On your alma mater, your love.
Interesting. My true love, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, who
was
not be in the championship weekend.
Hey, you don't know. I mean, if we have like a Super 32, Super 24, maybe
47,
Super 47. No, I was going to say that I was talking to somebody a couple weeks ago. I forgot who it was. Oh no, I was being interviewed for this thing I was doing here in Chicago, and I was talking to him. I just realized that like my life changed dramatically in two situations. Well, yeah. I mean, one was going to Notre Dame, right? So I'm an 18-year-old kid, from South Chicago, going to Notre Dame. And then the second kind of big situation in my life was being drafted by the Bears. Like, it's amazing. I mean, law school, marriage, all this other stuff. But the idea of like kind of pivotal moments in my, like, I could have been drafted anywhere. I could have gone anywhere, right? I mean, like,
could have been
I could have gone to Michigan. I could have gone to, Illinois, Northwestern, and I wouldn't have been on that trajectory to kind of have that opportunity.
Crazy.
So it's kind of interesting. Yeah.
You should do like a movie or a mini show on you.
A mini, yeah, that'd be fun. It would last about 8 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's Chris Zorich. Name synonymous with playing that 3 technique. All Madden 1993. Probably your most prestigious award.
Got to do it. Yes, which is not even on there. So thanks a lot. I really appreciate that.
We got to update the lower third.
Come on, man.
We have all these awards and accolades. We can't even fit them.
You have the most important ones on there.
But listen, tonight,
not husband and awesome father. So great, thanks.
On Father's Day, we do that.
Okay, all right.
Husband, father, wife is putting a time limit on the show for the movies.
Well, we have to explain that. So I get a call during the day. Hey, I was thinking about doing a pop-up show. Okay, great. Not that I have anything else to do on Friday night.
It's Friday early.
And since I work from home,
yes,
my wife was in the background and she heard us talking. She was like, "Hey, I thought it was movie night tonight." So,
she heard us. She thought I was taking you away from her tonight.
Yeah, she thought
You got possessive for a second. Wait a second. Where are you two going?
I'm out. Nope, Friday night's my night, movie night, because she knows tomorrow I'm going to be, dude. Like,
come on, dude.
We have some wonderful family friends, and they're scheduling shit, in the last couple months, and we're like, and this is funny because my wife was like, "It's football season." I'm like, "Who are you?" Like, wow, like this is awesome.
Look at her.
Right, exactly.
She's learning.
Right.
That's who my wife is.
She wound up going, and then I wound up staying, but I had a chance to watch, like, on my 4 TVs in the garage, I had a chance to watch like 10 games last week. Bro. So that was freaking awesome.
It's amazing, this YouTube TV with all the games.
You got me hooked, man.
College football at its finest has raised another level. And now we get to champion. Who would have thought we got to this point? Here we are. Even tonight, we got a championship game.
That's crazy, man.
I would have missed it if it hadn't been for you reminding me when I was.
Well, I'm sure I've been texting like, "Dude, you see that?" And you're like, "Dude, what are you talking about? I'm at the movies. What are you talking?" I'm like, "Dude, Oregon, Washington's on for the Pac-2?
Pac-2?
Pac-2 with a question mark? Well, Pac-12 with a question mark.
They're gonna be. How is the AC? How is Cal and Stanford in the ACC, but they're on the Pacific Coast?
Hey, man,
it's gonna be crazy.
How's USC and SC in UCLA and SC in the Big Ten?
How did Colorado lose 8 straight? I want to know these things.
How was Deion Sanders the Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year?
That is the biggest.
Come on, man. You can't. And I heard some of the comments, and they're like, "Wait a minute." So he takes scholarships from kids. He promotes like this opulent, crazy lifestyle in the locker room, allows kids to floss with all their nice gear, and that's a sportsman. Like, I mean, I understand what they're saying, like changing the game. That's one thing, but is he truly a sportsman? With a high voice, like, huh?
We're in a different world, bro. This is a crazy world, man. We can't. It would take a lot longer than an hour, Candy, to get into that.
Well, here's the thing. Think about this.
Yes.
I mean, a system was set up.
Yeah.
And he was able to find a way to, kind of circumvent that. And I'm saying, basically kind of removing the whole team, or not everybody, like a couple guys, and bring in a whole bunch of new people.
Right.
Which, a lot of places you couldn't get away with that. But at Colorado, they wanted to win. And I mean, we saw it like firsthand, right? I mean, ESPN showed 0 spring games except for Colorado.
Right.
Like Alabama's spring game was on ESPN too, and I think Georgia's was on like ESPNU or something like that, And then you show the from the Colorado spring game, the previous year they sold like 2,500 tickets. This year they're sold out.
It's crazy.
So like for that side, I could totally understand that. But like, as you get into the season and all the craziness that was going on, and then you got people that are leaving now. It's not like it's a perfect situation. Is everybody happy?
Well, I wanted to talk about something before we get into the games and chat with you fans here about these big games with Chris Zorich here on Ttnl. I don't have an issue with the NIL. I've never have. Everything's behind closed doors and was a certain way, as you and I know, you more so than me. But the issue is the transfer portal. There has to be some sort of way to handle this differently. Like certain kids are getting in it and then they're not getting picked up, and then their whole lives have changed. And it's like there has to be a way to help supervise these situations better. You're giving away your scholarship. And I think it's become like a popularity contest because you're putting it on social media. I already hated the whole, I'm wearing this hat. No, this hat. Like all of that stuff with high school kids. Like I have no problem. Go out there, announce where you're going. The hat, let's be creative. Let's step up our game from the next guy and be more creative. And then you're transferring 1 year out. And it's like, there's no like accountability. There's no way. Is there anything the NCAA could do about the transfer portal? Do you have to wait till you're a sophomore, a true sophomore, to get into transfer? There needs to be some restriction.
Well, supposedly you can only do it once, right? Unless there's an egregious situation, you can leave a second time, or your coach leaves.
Right.
Okay. So you're seeing that. But when you combine NIL, the transfer portal, that's when it gets all crazy, right?
Right.
Because now you're saying, okay, well, what did Matt Rule say? Unless you're, buying quarterbacks for $1 million, I mean,
right.
Like we're talking about like 19-year-old kids.
We're buying like
And
they're
it's
literally
legal.
They're pulling back the curtains now and saying, listen, a good receiver's costing us 2.5 mil. A good quarterback, 3, maybe 2. Like, this is what's going on in this world.
Well, and what they're not seeing, and this needs to be like, it needs to be like an expose by one, like the Athletic or Sports Illustrated or something, because every year there's hundreds of kids that have not been picked up in the portal, right? So you mentioned before, when a kid leaves, what happened? So the portal started my last year at Chicago State. And we had a kid jump in and we're like, dude, we won like 3 games. Like, how are you jumping in the portal? Like, this is crazy. And, the coach and I sat down with them and we explained to him and his family that, if you make this decision, like, you can't come back. Like, we need to move on.
Right.
And, that's going to free up another scholarship. I mean, we have to win. We have to educate kids as well. So understand, and if you're walking away and you don't get picked up, like, you can't come back. Sure enough, the kid didn't get picked up, and he came back and said, hey, can we come back? Can I come back? We had to tell him no.
Sad.
I mean, that's the hard part, right? And I'm looking at it both from the athletic perspective, from the athlete perspective, but also the administration. I mean, yes, we offer the kid training and all the. I mean, if he was injured, I mean, he'd get assistance there and room and board, everything else. But you couldn't be part of the team because you walked away from us. And that's really the hard part, right? People are going to say, "Well, Chris, he thought he could." Well, we had that conversation, and because
you were proactive about it. Nowadays, a kid goes into the portal. So, yesterday, for example, you're numb to it.
The
They're
rule
just like,
is
okay, goodbye.
All the kid has to do is talk to the compliance department. Like, you're getting a note from you're getting an email from the compliance department saying, "Hey, Phil Ottochian just left the team." Like the kid doesn't even have to come to you.
Right. They're just putting it on social media now, too. Hey, I'm jumping in the portal. Love
and
you.
His coaches are like, "What the hell?"
Exactly.
They don't have to go to them first, So, but you've seen how it's changed, right? I mean, and we're not just talking about Colorado. I mean, there have been other schools that have just. I mean, look at TCU. That year, they had a whole bunch of transfers last year.
Well, right now, UConn should be just waiting for everybody.
Seriously.
Just field a team of transfer portals that didn't go to where they thought they were.
Because everybody's not going to get picked up.
Right.
Now it's hard.
Scout.
Well, and then think about it. I mean, I know we're going to get to the teams in a minute, but and we've talked about this before. When you're recruiting now, I mean, you're recruiting high school kids, you're recruiting your own team, and then you got to manage the portal.
And junior college. Can't forget junior college. That used to be the way, a quick rebuild, a couple junior college, JUCO kids.
Got a couple JUCO kids. We're good.
Yeah, exactly.
They're mature enough, they're older.
Now we're in another world of what Carrie's saying.
Carrie, I think you're absolutely right. And it's funny because like that life lesson is like your eligibility. So think about this. Let's say UConn, right? So let's say you get a scholarship to UConn, you're there. For whatever reason, you're not getting any playing time, you want more playing time. You and your family decide, hey, I'm going to jump in the portal. No one picks Phil up.
What do you do?
So now you think, okay, well, I go to a lower school, so then you go to like an FCS school or whatever like that, right?
Right, now you're going
if they have stuff available. I mean, this is the thing that no one. I mean, people think you can just walk in. Oh, hey, I'm gonna go to Oklahoma. No, one, they have to want you.
Yep.
Two, they have to have a scholarship available. So then, what happens with the kids that are the marginal players, right? And oh my God, Phil's leaving Oklahoma. He's their leading passer. He wants to come to Boston College. I don't have any scholarships now. I got to go tell a kid that I'm pulling a scholarship.
You got to take one from another kid now,
right? So now it's like, hey, have you thought you're not getting a lot of playing time? As a matter of fact, you're not getting any playing time. Do you think you might want to jump in the portal?
This all came about with coaches bouncing.
Right.
So then it became, well, if they could bounce, we could bounce. Now you see the head coach from James Madison, who basically cleaned up in the portal, turned the program around. Now he's out. He's going to Indiana.
And it's a Big Ten job. Bump and pay. Right. So now I got all these kids that go, hey, do I want a degree from, James Madison, or do I want to jump in the portal because now I can because I have no coach? But again, you have to be wanted.
It's a serious situation going on with college football and the portal, NIL, and the highest bidder.
Well, and then kind of going along those terms, Phil, like when you say it's the highest bidder, so now the rich are only going to get richer, right? So now the Alabamas, the Oregons, the Georgia, all the top tier schools, guess what? They're going to be able to combine NIL and the transfer portal. And so now that's when you see, hey, it's $2 million for a quarterback now or whatever.
All right, you heard I don't know if you saw Coach Mora here in Connecticut. He was out there pleading to the boosters and the cities, and we need more money. The only way we're going to compete. We need money. The only way.
And before those conversations were like with a handful of boosters. Now it's like, anybody? Hello? Anybody? Hey, you want to give us a couple 100,000? Hey, we're in. Like, you want a building named after you? You want a facility named after you? Training? You want anything.
A couple lockers.
Just to survive.
Yeah, it's a crazy situation. And that's why I think Harbaugh leaves for the NFL and the Chicago Bears. But
well, think about it. Why wouldn't you leave, right? I mean, This has been going on for the last couple of years for him. And let's say even if all that shit was true, right?
Yeah.
Why even be bothered with that anymore?
With the hamburgers it started with. I mean, he is doing a good thing. The NCAA is focusing on that. Well, couldn't they take their NIL money and buy hamburgers? And now it's this with the scouting but he'll be back on the sideline, Chris.
How about that?
We won't start there though.
Yeah, let's talk about this because we have a couple changes.
Oh, you got changes.
Uh-oh. I found any one of the songs you
Turn and dance, change. What do you got as a change? What do you got? Should we just shoot to number one?
No. You could fast forward through you can fast forward through 8.
All the way to 8.
Yes.
I'll just read off his 16 for the Super 16 because we didn't have the show because Chris was in Vegas, but then he wasn't in Vegas.
But then I wasn't in Vegas.
But the Bears were on Monday night.
Yes, thank God.
Next week.
That saved my ass.
16, he's got Louisville, who also plays in a championship game.
Which we're going to talk about.
Tulane at number 15. And then he's got number 14, Arizona. How about Arizona?
Dude, they've had an amazing
turning them around.
Huge.
My God. They were the cellar dweller. They were so bad. The Wildcats call themselves the Bear Down. They don't even know what they are.
9-3, bro. They're 9-3.
9-3, man.
When was the last time they were 9? That's crazy.
Remember Desert Storm defense?
Wow.
Teddy Bruschi, all of them. That was the last time they were relevant.
Wow.
Unbelievable. What was their best quarterback? Nick Foles.
Whoa, hello.
Nick Foles coming out of Arizona. Challenge me with a better quarterback than him. I wonder who. Number 13 is Tennessee. Tennessee, take me to another place. The other place would be number 12, Oklahoma, with the Sooners. Number 11 is Missouri. Number 10,
Missouri.
You got Penn State. Penn State at number 10. You said go all the way to 8. So number 9 is our guy, Lane Kiffin. Is he staying?
Here's the thing. Okay, let's start there. So you got Lane. How many games do you think he lost this year?
2.
Yes. To who?
Alabama.
Correct.
And Georgia.
Yes.
So how did I not think of that?
Here you got a guy who's basically like the third in line, right?
Right.
So yeah, Jason, I haven't been watching them at all, but that's
I've watched them twice, and I gotta say,
okay,
I saw them beat up on Colorado, which I enjoyed, and then I saw them beat Arizona State. I was watching it on the 4 screen.
Okay.
They destroyed Arizona State, but that coach Jed is legit, Jason Smith. You're right.
So
there you go. But back to Lane Kiffin.
So how does he not get the Texas A&M job? I'm sure they called him.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Wow.
But look at. I mean, he's a winner wherever he goes. He's a little crazy, but like, I mean, right now you're at the highest level and you're the third guy in the conference.
Yeah.
If you're losing to, and you can't tell me Ole Miss has the same facilities as Arizona, or excuse me, as Alabama and Georgia. I mean,
they have some great facilities there, though.
Not better than.
I don't know if they're not like that far off. This isn't
right, but I mean,
Northwestern versus.
Well, actually, they got some pretty good facilities.
They've upgraded.
Yeah, they did. Maybe not, but
Vanderbilt.
Well, right. I mean, but that's the thing. Is, I mean, this guy is like, he's the third best coach in the best conference. If 1 and 2 are Kirby and Nick, or vice versa, however you want to do it, I mean, he should be the one that's like demanding. Exactly. And I'm pretty sure they were, but if you saw Elko's deal, like, it's not on the level of like a premier. Yeah.
What did he get?
I think he got like 6 or 7 million or something like that.
Well, they might have had to go shop. I mean, it's still amazing.
Right.
Jason, I think Lane has been in the high-profile spots. I think he enjoys being in Oxford. They are nice facilities. 10-2 there makes him very popular.
Absolutely.
Well, see, listen, you have to have the competitive spirit and battle the big boys. I think that's what he's a part of. He coached at Alabama. He has upset Alabama once, right? He beat him. Or has he not beaten? I thought he beat him once. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he hasn't beaten Darth Vader.
Kirby and Sarkisian were the only guys of his assistants that ever beat him.
Well, and Jimbo, right?
No, I don't think he has. Oh, no, you're right. He has. He did.
Remember, he did, and his son was wearing the gold.
Right.
You were laughing. Like, they won 4 games.
Right.
They beat Bama, though.
Right.
Just a quick
It almost
update.
saved him his job.
David, Jake Plummer went to Arizona State.
Oh, there we go.
Just a quick check you on that, because I was a huge Jake Plummer fan. In fact, that's one of my top 50 people I'd like to shake their hand in my lifetime. Jake Plummer's on that list.
Interesting. Who's number 1?
Well, it was Walter Payton, but he's gone.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Walter. That would have been the number 1 guy.
Interesting.
Well, he created this disease that I call Chicago Bears fandom.
Who's number 35 on your list?
I got to get my Larison website.
I have to get the list out.
Howard Stern is on the list. How about that? He is. Howard. But anyway, you chalked off one of them, number 49.
Hey, there you go.
Chris Zorich.
Number 49.
I didn't want to give you 50 with the cutoff jersey.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
I'm joking. You must have been higher on that list. I did tell everybody I had a Chris Zorich jersey, for God's sake. Wore it around. Yeah. And I never would wear a 90s number.
I know. It's terrible.
I can't fit in a 90 number.
Terrible.
I'm small. Terrible. But yes, Chris Zorich. Listen, Lane Kiffin, number 9. Do you want to start this now before Candy gets pissed?
Yes, because how are we doing? Oh no,
we're doing pretty good.
Candy's my wife, by the way. For those guys who don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just throwing out a random.
Throw her government name out there. Let's go to number 8 on Chris Zorich's Super 16 poll this week.
Number 8, Texas.
They are the wild card, Chris.
I know. So this is the exciting part, right? So Texas, and this is kind of crazy. They're playing. Oh, by the way, dude, did you see that thing I sent you about the cow?
Lovie Smith?
No, the
oh my God! I I
Come
just
on,
saw
man.
it. I was in a meeting and I just saw frat boy F.
Come on, man. I mean,
They
really?
killed the cow?
Kill the cow, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
So they killed the cow. Apparently, put it. It was at Oklahoma State, so they had it in front of their frat. Like, this is what we're gonna do to Texas. Like, the cow, bro. Come on, man. Like, I mean, I got
They
two
left
cats,
it.
dog, all about like animals, man. So I'm an animal lover. So, you know, I mean, I'd love to get you guys in the alley and just beat the shit out of you guys. You know, that dude was that little cow was living his life. Now, yeah, he was gonna get slaughtered for some meat later on, but I mean, the trauma of bringing him out there, you know, slitting his throat or whatever they did in front of the frat house, you know, like, what the hell, man? Come on.
Yeah, it's
Really?
ridiculous.
I mean, I'm all about like stealing like trophies
Maybe put
or
a
things on campus, you know, hey,
spray
you know,
paint
right.
your team on it on the side
on.
to kill it.
Kill it. Come on, bro. Really?
I hope they find those bastards.
Yeah. I mean, like, come on. Dude. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to go off all that. But I'd say that to say because I mean they have a interesting game, and if they win, I mean, we start throwing out all the possibilities here.
Right.
So if they win, they still need a shit ton of things to happen for them to be even considered.
Which could happen. That's the crazy thing. Some of the things.
Yeah, but you're going to need a lot of shit to fall out of place. Man.
Well, we're going to get into that stuff. Texas, though, you have them at number 8. The other poll has them one spot ahead of you. Where they really are depends. They lost Ewers. They bring in the other kid. Now Arch Manning has put himself in the transfer portal, apparently.
I didn't see that. He's in the portal now?
Yeah, he's...
Oh, my gosh. How much money did he get going there? He got a nice little chunk of change, huh?
I think his family's doing well enough, but yeah.
Well, it's about ego at that point. What's about ego at that point? Like, right? Like they're gonna be like, well, he deserves this. Well, we can pay him 100. They're like, no, he's gonna get $1 million from somewhere else.
Who's the most hyped quarterback since Ron Powlus?
Wow,
I believe
that's a name from. Oh, that's a blast from the past.
Well, Jimmy Clausen, Ron Powlus, Tim Couch, and this kid. I was trying to think of the high school kids that I remember being pubbed as if they could be playing in the NFL.
Wow.
Coming out of high school. And those are the guys that I came up with in my head. Jimmy Clausen, Ron Powlus, Tim Couch, and Arch Manning.
Interesting.
Those guys are the ones in my top 4. High school hype train. Arch Manning, where will he go? That's going to be interesting.
Very. Leaving
Texas, Sarkisian. We'll see. Florida State? Did he go to Florida State? Go something like that. Florida?
What about Notre
Tennessee?
Dame?
Could he go to Tennessee? Notre Dame?
Notre Dame.
That would be amazing.
Oh no, they're looking at the guy from Duke.
Yes. Rumor has it he could be coming to Duke.
So that's the guy that's going to take you to the Final Four, the national championship game.
He is a tough son of a gun. Kid from Duke.
Hey man, I'm a fan, but really, like, that's the guy. You know.
Listen,
okay, sorry.
There might be more.
Notre Dame's not even on my list. I apologize about that.
Sorry, they didn't make it. Let's go to number 7 on the
number 7, Alabama.
It's Bama, bitches.
It's huge.
So they obviously have an amazing task ahead, right?
Oh, yeah.
They take down Georgia, who's number 1 in some polls, mainly the college football playoff poll. What happens there? How far do they drop?
That is the crazy mystery.
And
4 o'clock Saturday.
Does Alabama, if that happens, will they leapfrog Texas because they're so hell bent on the fact that Texas beat Alabama.
That's gonna be crazy. If Alabama wins, it becomes chaos.
Yes.
Now Texas could totally lose to Oklahoma State.
Right.
Like, would you be shocked? Not me.
I would not. No.
They have this tendency.
After they shit the bed with Oklahoma.
Right. No, who did they lose to?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Then
Right.
Oklahoma State gets beat by freaking Florida. What was it? The heck? I always get this team mixed up.
Florida,
South
UCF,
Florida.
UCF.
UCF. Thank you.
Right.
University of Central Florida beats Oklahoma State. Not like beat them, like smashed them.
45-3.
45-3. Now Oklahoma State, if they beat, then Texas is gone. Then that Alabama getting beat by Texas throws a wrench in that because of that law. And so the math becomes a part of their equation.
But if they can take down the number one in the college football playoff,
then we're talking. Now they have to go into the top 4 if they win.
Yes. Right.
They have to, right? So they become a part of the college football playoff.
Right. So now this was interesting. So in the beginning, when they had this loss, I said, because I remember saying that if they're going to lose, this is the best time to lose.
Right. You said it on
they
the
had
show.
to work themselves, and they had to work themselves up from I think at one point they were like 12th or something.
What's the odds of them winning? What is your gut saying here?
Well, I don't think, although he's a good quarterback, I don't think the Georgia quarterback is great.
Beck.
No, it's not Beck. Beck's the tight end.
No, Bowers is the tight end.
Bowers is tight end, right. No, Beck's the last guy. No, Beck is the current guy?
Yeah, he's the quarterback, man.
So
Stetson Bennett was the last. Come on, now it's our guy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad.
That was your boy, man.
I don't think he's great. Now, that being said,
Their
I think
defensive
Milrow
line
is
is
on
great.
the improvement. He's improving.
Milrow.
Yes, he's improving. He's not great, but he's improving.
That Alabama-Auburn game, as Cherie points out, was crazy.
Wow.
It was wild.
I
don't know how me, you, and Cherie aren't in her AVI picture, for God's sake.
All right, what's her name?
She's got Staley, rather, the bear. Staley.
Yeah.
How does Staley make it? Not me and Chris.
Hey, man. Come on. Or, you know what? I know what picture she should use. The one from our meet and greet.
Yeah, let's pull that up.
Where I had to stand in line just to meet you in person.
Is this it? Right
here.
here.
You were holding court. There you go.
That should be her AVI right there.
There you go. She looks so happy too, though. So.
She's looking in one camera. Me and you are looking in another. It's the perfect AVI. Right, Jim? Yes.
See? Speaking about Jim. Sorry.
No, we're not there yet, are we?
I didn't know.
It's a big surprise. Big reveal tonight.
Big reveal.
Let's get to it. Here we go. We talked Alabama. Here we go. Number 6 on Chris Zorich's poll.
Number 6, Florida State.
Zorich keeping them out. Keeping them out.
A really interesting one because the college football playoff committee, they're not penalizing Florida State for their QB going down. You know?
Right. I don't think you should either. I think they're doing it right. You're doing it wrong.
Well, here's okay. You're right. But I'm being honest. See, they're trying to be nice. Okay. They're being nice because they know
it's a team game.
Bro.
Zorich is hedging bets here.
And I'm just saying, man. I mean, they beat Florida by 10, but still, I think it's going to be a tough match. And if that becomes a tough match, Louisville could actually
They have to beat Louisville. Louisville, who's been up and down. They beat Notre Dame, for God's sake.
Lose the freaking Pitt.
Then lose to Pitt.
And then lose to Kentucky when, like, they're...
You can't lose to Kentucky.
Come
on, man.
But, and this is... I didn't know this.
Florida State, they lose their quarterback in dramatic fashion, and they end up pulling out that game, Chris.
Yeah. I'm impressive. But, I mean, like...
Young buck.
You got to be honest. I mean, so...
They're running back. They got 2 big-time receivers.
Okay.
HL's with you, though. He says frauds. I don't know. 10-0 frauds.
There you go. I'm going to call him a fraud, but I'm going to say that because they have a quarterback issue, the game it's going to be a lot closer than we...
I'm with Jason. I'm with Jason Smith.
I'm saying...
You're mean old Chris Zorich. Knocking out Florida State. Florida State plays Louisville. They beat Louisville. Are they in CFP?
Well, they're going to have to be because the CFP folks are nice to them and said that, okay,
and you would keep them out if they...
Do I think they're the
win 11-0
team? Do I think they're the 4th best team in the country? No. Without their quarterback.
All right. There you go. Let's go to number 5.
Yes.
Oh, you have one other thing to say about him?
Nope. I was just making sure that I had my eyes on the time because...
Yeah, I'm helping.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Number 5, Ohio State.
Are they playing anyone this week?
Yeah. So they're just kind of hanging out this week, huh?
Where's Ryan Day? Is he over at Coach Holt's house washing his car?
I'm making fun of Ohio State, but my school is also sitting out this weekend, so you know.
Hey, but you have a coach, Ryan Day, talking smack. You gotta love it when they go home crying like that. He's talking smack to old man Holtz.
I was amazed.
He's yet to beat Michigan.
Yes, which is interesting.
With Jim Harbaugh there. Do you think he loses his job over that?
I don't know because I don't know that environment, right? Like it's really crazy. Like they cross out the letters and when they have like official stuff. You know, they like if it's a open door or something like that, they have like the O like crossed out or something like that, and at the Michigan facilities and stuff like that, right? So like it's serious, right? So because of the rivalry, I mean, 3 times, like I think Day's only lost like 4 Big Ten games in his career or something like that, right?
3 years in a row.
Like how do you fire a guy from losing 4 games out of, you know?
Well, they do have. If I was to say who has the most talent, it always seems to be Ohio State. They just have all this freaking talent. Offensive line, tight ends, receivers, quarterbacks, linebackers, defensive ends, safeties, corner.
And they still lose.
I want to know, like, what their draft versus other big time program like Alabama.
Michigan, you know? Or I see what you're saying. They're on that level.
They are in the upper echelon in the recruiting department of talent. They're not begging for money. Just say that.
Probably not. So then how does they lose to Michigan 3 years? That's the question. Right?
Jim Harbaugh. According to some people, I completely disagree with Greg Gabriel that nobody wants Jim Harbaugh. Well, those nobodies should be nobodies involved in football because that's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard. The NFL does want Jim Harbaugh, and if they don't want him, it's the same old good old boy network of people that have hiring stupidity, that have never been a head coach, that don't win, and you're trying to bank or hitch your wagons to some hot coordinator. But I'll shut up now because we got to keep going.
A mid-ranking rant that I didn't see coming.
That was a perfect definition of it. Mid-ranking rants. Let's get to his top 4.
Oh,
top 4.
Oh,
Number 4, Oregon.
Fight like I would be worried if I was Washington tonight. These guys are hot.
H-O-T hot.
Hot.
I'm with you.
Hot.
I will predict a 2-touchdown victory by Oregon tonight.
Interesting.
There's go take that. I don't know what the spread is on it, line.
Well, but here's the thing. Like, it's, as you know, it's hard to beat a team twice in the same year, right?
Yes.
And, you know, the loss to Washington was close.
Yes.
Hey.
Send this to Ryan Day so he can vacuum Harbaugh's car out.
Oh, that's funny.
With a PH, ladies and gentlemen.
I see that. Look at that. And he's being nice and respectful because it's a family show. That's nice.
Yes.
I love you,
Fuck
HL.
Ohio State.
I see.
Thank you, HL.
I love it.
Distracted me from this. But yes, Oregon, Bo Nix, the hot team in NCAA.
And according to ESPN, he may be the front runner for the Heisman.
Bo Nix. Hey, we've been loving this kid since he was at Auburn. I would never be shocked at it. You know, the byproduct of that offense. Well, that offense has changed. There's the Georgia defensive coordinator has come over there.
Right.
My dad's former captain, Coach Kavanaugh, is the offensive line coach there. They're not running the same kind of philosophy back in the day that Oregon did. There's a lot of pro power stuff, read option game. And listen, Bo Nix, according to a source, really has a high football acumen and ceiling. So watch his performance. Those numbers don't lie. And people are going to throw Pac-12 or 2 out there, but
hey, Carrie, that's awesome.
It's $20. $20. Carrie Franklin. Beautiful dog there.
Well, here's the thing with Nick. I mean, think of it like
2 picks on the
Auburn.
season.
He left in the he went to he left like a thief in the night, if I remember correctly.
Me and you weren't prepared for that.
Yeah, that was a big surprise because he was. I mean, he had the whole Auburn history, the story, the family, everything. 37
tutties, 2 INTs, 3,906 yards on the season, Chris.
He's number 2, right? Is he number 2?
I think he's number 2. Yeah, I think number 1.
Because number 1 got to be Penix, right?
Well, I'll have to do this quick for you because I don't want you missing that movie.
No. Yeah, believe me, I'm gonna be bouncing out of there. Yeah, he's 2 at 90. His QBR is 91-1.
He has more yards than Penix.
He does. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he has more touchdowns and less interceptions. So there you go. This is just a numbers stat game.
If it is.
Listen, tonight the Heisman could be won in the face-off. Let's just put it out there.
Which
Zorich special.
It was a Heisman duel last game though. Wow. Really? He's 100 yards. Oh, his QBR is 10. Oh, who has number 1 then?
It might be Nix.
No, he's number 2.
So is it Caleb?
No. He got 2 interceptions. He got like 3. He got 3 against Notre Dame, didn't he?
Yeah, but remember it was just 5 interceptions. Yeah, it's 30 tutties, 5 interceptions, 3,600 yards.
So he's
He's still lower than Bo. It's Daniels, bro. It's our guy, Daniels, right?
Really?
Yes. Let me do it quick. He's got to be the number one, man. Jaden. Let's check his stats real quick. Cherie's not here. 38. No, he's still under him in yards, but he has 40 TDs and 4 interceptions.
Okay.
So Bo still has the best numbers out of those guys.
Wow. Interesting. Well,
I don't know who it is then. It's got to be Bo Nick. We'll find out.
Let's talk about the next one.
Let's go to number 3.
Number 3, Washington.
Again, so this is a game.
Tonight.
This is
not going to the movies. Kids, you want something to eat?
Hey, I'm gonna have my phone. I'm watching.
Chris is like, Candy, go get some popcorn.
Right. Oh my god. All the guys are gonna be in the back.
Thank God you told me. I'm taking the kids to Buffalo Wild Wings for dinner, so I can watch the game.
Right, you're like, oh hey, enjoy, eat. Oh my god. Yeah, so this game's this could decide both.
Yes,
the national championship for Washington either getting bounced and Oregon coming in, or Penix winning the Heisman or Bo Nix winning the Heisman. I mean,
last time this was an outstanding game. The last time they played.
Yep.
Penix showing a superhero level of toughness, and Bo going down, then Penix comes back and forth, and that's how I think tonight's going to play out. But I think Oregon just is the hot hand.
It's hard right now, man.
The receiver at Washington, man, he is a baller too. He doesn't get as much praise as Harrison Jr., but he is up there on that level.
Right.
Number 1. And the running back from Washington. Love that kid. Not as much as I love your boy, though, at Notre Dame.
Hey.
Listen, Estime got to be in the Heisman running too. I put him there. I love him.
Nice. I like that.
He could be on my team. Anyway, let's go to number 2. This is gonna be a moment here for a lot of fans. I can't believe Chris kept this team where they are.
Number 2, Georgia.
And so, do you want to play the next one back to back?
Cherie's been waiting for
Number 1, Michigan.
Hey,
this is it, man. This is, and I should have actually done this a week earlier.
Yeah, finally,
but
Chris.
It was. I had to kind of get some convincing. And
there it is. You needed that.
It's the biggest game of the year, and your coach is not in the building, and y'all win. Like, who can do that? I mean, that's the equivalent of, like, I mean,
Dude,
obviously the Big Ten championship, but I mean, that was a huge game.
My God. Huge game. The Penn State game with the coach with the emotion was one thing. You and I loved it. Then they obviously beat Maryland, and then they just handled business against Ohio State. And as Cherie would say, as Coach Harbaugh, who's got it better than us? Nobody.
Now.
Right, I mean, there, number one on the Zorich poll, ladies and gentlemen.
For the team to rally behind, like, I'm not saying that every person loves Jim Harbaugh on that team, but like that team, I mean, you saw the emotion, you saw the comments after the game. I mean, they were playing on a higher level, and they were doing it for their coach.
Number 1, hail to the victor, says.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
It's going to be exciting. Tomorrow night, they play Iowa, who, if you follow me, you know I have a little tiny Hawkeye in my heart for some. I've told the story before, so I'll save it for another show because we're going deep on time. But all in on Michigan to win on Saturday night, bro. I just don't can't see them ever pulling a loss out of there. Lucas Oil Stadium.
So this is it. I mean, when you look at who the top four are for the CFP, I mean, there's some game. It's not definite.
Jason.
We got one person.
Jason's a Hawkeye fan tomorrow. I
two
can't
guys.
believe. Come on, Jason.
Two guys.
Two guys. That Quarter Hill from Iowa. It would be a miracle.
Hey, man.
It's the big boy, the big fella.
Don't do
big
it,
belly
man.
passer.
Don't do it, man. You had the Appalachian State 30 years ago, so be
Michigan's
careful.
going to handle business with that power scheme. Handle Jim back on the sidelines. Are you kidding me?
And I hope that the running back doesn't do anything with his helmet because I still want it to keep coming down and
just
jacking his nose up because that blood in his face looks awesome.
Los is giving predictions 30-3.
There we go.
I was in the 30-3 mark too, Los, I swear. I saw 33-3. I saw all threes. 33-3. There's my prediction.
So now you're a psychic now, but that's okay.
Hey, Miss Cleo got nothing on me.
It's gonna scare the shit out of me when that happens. I'm gonna be like, oh my God.
Where's my theme music? Next time I'm on this show, if that happens, I need theme music.
As you should.
Yes.
As you should. Well, we are 2 minutes and
2 minutes, Chris. 2-minute warning for you. Final thoughts here.
Final thoughts are just my games. I mean, we got one tonight, the Pac-12 championship.
Pac-2 or 12, depending on who you talk to.
Depending on, so I mean, and just as a sidebar, that's the reason why the guy got out of Oregon State.
Right.
Because, I mean, he went, and then he has a chance to, like, I mean, really? Like,
go to Michigan State.
Share some of that money? Come on, man.
Michigan State's just paying people.
Hey, man. So,
you got to compete with Harbaugh.
First game is going to be that. The second game, obviously, well, I would have to say the ACC championship.
Which is Florida State versus Louisville.
Well, I'm sorry, the Big 12 championship.
Oh, you got Big 12.
It's 4.
Texas versus Oklahoma State. That's Saturday at noon.
There you go.
The Oklahoma State versus Texas. That'll be on ABC Saturday at noon. Then you got the ACC.
Number 3 is the ACC championship, which is
that's at 8:00.
Louisville.
In
this
Louisville.
poll. Right. Against the number 5 Florida, so 6 Florida State. So
Florida State.
And then my second game is Tulane SMU. Hello. I'm kidding.
SMU Tulane?
Yes.
Yeah. Saturday at 4.
Yeah, it's going to be the Big Ten championship, which you just mentioned, Michigan and Iowa.
8:00 Fox.
And then last but not least,
Saturday. There it is.
Big game, the second biggest game of the year. The first one being Michigan, Ohio State. The second one being Alabama, Georgia in the SEC championship.
At the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta on CBS, 4:00. I think that'll be on at the Ottochian House. Today we popped on with the great 3-time All-American, CBS Defensive Player of the Year, national champion, College Football Hall of Famer in 1993, All-Madden defensive tackle for your Chicago Bears.
You also forgot the AMC Stubs. Wait, what did they call it? The AMC club member.
Platinum Club
Yeah.
Stubbs member.
There you go.
Christopher Zorich gets
Yeah,
12 free movies a month. This guy.
A month.
He just
month.
walks in and is like, "Where's my popcorn at?"
Hey, here's my bucket. All right, brother.
What are you going to see?
More, but
What are you
we're gonna hang out and see Silent Night.
Silent Night.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a little bit more gruesomer than that.
So we're not gonna have a show next week, guys, because Chris will be in Vegas supporting his boy,
Yes.
Michael Stonebreaker.
The College Football Hall of Fame, and then bouncing from there, my wife's gonna come home get our dog, and then I'm going to Houston for the Lombardi Award ceremony.
There you go, the
I'm
Lombardi
sick.
Award.
Yes.
There
Joe
you go.
Alt is
Joe
a
Alt.
Correct.
Joe Alt.
Name guy.
My boy from Penn State didn't get voted. I don't know how, but
All right, buddy.
did you win the Lombardi Award?
I have to. Oh, it's not on there. Damn.
Why is it not on there, bro?
Come on, man. Come on. Googly la.
Late breaking news: a gun leak, is in the transfer portal as well. We'll talk all about that when Chris comes back
Love
to
it.
get you ready for bowl season with
All right,
Chris
man. We're a
Zorich
minute
and
over,
myself.
bro. I hear my wife.
Let's
back
go.
again.
Gotta go.
Love you
We'll see
guys. Love you,
for
brother.
I love you too for the great Chris Zorich. I'm your guy, Draft Dr. Phil. This has been a Super 16 pop-up poll.
Oh, show.
Love you guys. Peace. Thanks for watching the Super 16 Poll Show with Chris Zorich. Like, subscribe, and comment. This has been a special presentation of the Tape Never Lies Network. Performance over politics.
It's on the script. It's on the script. Yeah.